Hello, Steve at 39. I am happy about this news. I saw this a few days ago. It's actually like 5 days old or something. And I sort of was like, oh no, I can't think about it because I've been enjoying the Knight Rider series lately. I just started watching the DVDs. I saw it as a kid and I loved KITT and I wanted my own car. I had a friend who had the car with the action figure. I was very jealous, and I really liked the series, but I couldn't remember it. I didn't really. I saw it when I was a little kid, so I didn't really remember it. I remember two things. I mean, aside from KITT, I remember the episode where KITT was dropped in acid, and I remember an episode where KITT was put in a car compactor. I remember those, and I think I was very afraid for KITT. I know I liked KITT. So I had a little toy KITT that had like rubber, like bumper bars and that, and you could just throw it into anything. I still have that, and I always wanted a really good car of it. And I recently got the die-cast model car and some old annuals and stuff. So I've been reveling in KITT lately. So it was really kind of timely that they announced that they're going to do a movie. But the problem with this is Knight Rider's been rebooted a couple of times. They did a film, I think in 2000, with a red car. I mean, what the hell? And they did another one, and they did a TV series, and I think they might have done another TV series. I probably should have looked more into all the sequels and reboots and that, but they didn't do very well. I haven't watched any of them because I've got the original. Why would I watch any of them? But my initial thought was, oh no, not another one. But then I heard James Wan was involved, and I thought, he's got a clue. His Conjuring films were great. His Conjuring universe was good. I've enjoyed all those films, and he did a really good job on Aquaman. I had very little interest in Aquaman, very little affection for Aquaman. I hate blondes, and that was the one I knew, that TV series blonde one. He was cold and wet and spoke to fish. I mean, I wasn't really that interested in him, but Jason Momoa, James Wan, I saw it on Boxing Day when it opened. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I still haven't bought it, but I'm going to, and I'm feeling fairly confident about him doing a film. But there's not a lot of information. Basically, it's going to be current day. Spyglass Media Group is the one who is making the film. Wan is producing it through his Atomic Monster production company, and oh god, I can't read my own writing. It's like I'm a doctor and I write in doctor writing. So the names of producers, I think it's Michael Clear, Judson Scott is an executive producer, TJ Fexman is writing. God, I can't read my own writing. Why do I do this every time? It's going to be present day, but it will take into account, it will sort of try and be true to the anti-establishment tone of the original. Now, I don't remember the original having an anti-establishment tone. I mean, the whole point of the show was that they were working for like this company, the foundation, that was all about law and order. They were just doing sort of things covertly, sort of like the FBI, or sort of like I don't understand this anti-establishment tone. I feel like they're trying to do, they might, and this is what worries me, they might be trying to do a totally different type of film, and they're just trying to gaslight people, fans, to say, oh, it had an anti-establishment tone, so that's what we're doing. Because there's a lot of things, and I'm not huge for the establishment and the patriarchy, but trying to take it down specifically and be anti-establishment, or I'm not necessarily supporting that either. So I'm kind of curious about that statement, exactly what they're going for. And also the other issue with the remakes is the car. The car has never looked right. The original was a Trans Am. I don't understand why they can't just find a similar looking car, modern car, or just use a classic one. There's no reason why someone can't be driving around in a classic in a retro car. There's absolutely no reason. Hell, they could bring back the original KITT. No one would be bothered. You could have a current day series with a retro car. It can be fitted with new. It can be totally new, and it's just meant to look like a regular car or a retro car on the outside and be covert. I mean, there's no reason why they can't do that. So I don't know why the struggle to get a car that looks like KITT and and a series that has the feel of the original is so difficult. I don't understand why remakes and reboots are so difficult. Part of it is because usually the people making it have an agenda and they want to make another series or a different type of series, and they're just using the brand name, the licensing, the recognition with the built-in audience. But it's all about them. It's like, I want to make my series. How do I do it? Okay, I'll take this established series and I'll just turn it into what I want. And screw the audience, screw the pre-existing fans. I'm going to find a new audience. And this happens over and over again. So I'm concerned that's going to happen. I'm concerned about a lot of things. But then I think James Wan, I don't know. It could be a great film, but not a good Knight Rider film. It could be a great film, but not, feel like Knight Rider. So it's kind of like every time something gets rebooted, especially something brilliant and great from the 80s, the chance they're going to do a good job of it is so unlikely because they're so afraid of being... The 80s and that was so bold. Every series was just dynamic and just... You could just identify all the elements that were great about it. Like, I mean, it's like a secret agent guy in a talking car, like with AI. I mean, that was so... People would say they're camp or lame or... I don't know, the current day producers are so afraid of being bold or interesting or fun or colourful or entertaining. They're just trying to be so relatable and dark and gritty and current day and they're scared to do anything that bothers anyone or could get possibly laughed at by someone. And they're so afraid of this that they make everything so bland and pedestrian, and I don't like its chances. But I started this video being kind of optimistic, but the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, I'm like, the chances of this being good are so unlikely. It still could. There's been a couple of reboots that apparently worked. The Karate Kid one, everyone's loving that. I can't think of anything else offhand, but there's been a few things that actually were okay. But most every remake and reboot has been an absolute disaster, or at least just hasn't been as good as the original, even if it sort of was in the spirit. It didn't capture the audience the way the original did. But I don't know. They certainly got the cars wrong in the other series. I haven't watched them to know what the tone was or what the direction was. It doesn't seem that difficult. Basically, guy driving around, helping people. And the best episodes of Knight Rider was when he was just in some normal environment with regular people, helping them out against some baddie, basically, some force that was causing problems in their life. And it didn't have to be a big science fiction story. And some of the worst episodes are where they try and do a science fiction story. Something I heard someone say a long time ago is never try and make your audience believe in more than one far out sort of idea. And just KITT alone was enough. He was sci-fi enough. You didn't have to try for the sci-fi stories because they always just come across as very sort of lame and try hard and underdeveloped. So I've been watching the series. I'm up to season 3. I actually found the episode where KITT gets dropped in the acid. There was a company that was emptying all their it was about pollution. So it was companies that were tipping their waste basically in I guess country areas, and they were killing the farm animals and stuff. So Knight Rider's gone to investigate that, and there's a big pit of acid where they've just been dumping it, and KITT's about to be dumped in that. So I always thought it was something more complicated than that. But I'm glad I finally found that episode. And I've already seen the other episode where they get put in the compactor, and those are the only two I remembered from being a kid. But I am loving the show. It's not lame, it's not camp, it's just sort of, they're unapologetic. The 80s series and the 60s series as well. My favourite era is the 60s and 80s. Stuff like I Dream of Jeannie. Very high concept shows in a way. Very unapologetic. They just were what they were and people could just enjoy them. I miss that. And I don't know if the film can capture that. The film will definitely be well written, well produced. It'll have a lot of action. It'll be solid on that level, but will it have the spirit and the tone of the original? Will it have a car as sexy as the original? Will it have the personality of the original? I don't know. But yeah, I started watching Knight Rider again tonight, and I'm like, you still haven't made a video about the film. I was hoping more information would come out, but I thought we'll just make it on what you've got, and when we find out more later, I'll probably have something to say about that. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, what your hopes are for the film, what your thoughts are on the other reboots and that, because I don't know a lot about them. I didn't realise until I was Googling the Knight Rider series to get the episode titles and stuff, how many they actually did. I didn't realise I thought they'd done a pilot for a series that failed and then it got released as a movie. I didn't realise they'd done two and one had led to a series. And there was another series called, I think, Knight Rider Nights or something that didn't go anywhere. I need to research all this. Maybe I'll do a video about all the sequels and stuff, the reboots. But, God, please let it be good. It'd be nice if it actually came back. There was talk of a series and David Hasselhoff was saying I could play Devon. I could be the guy in charge and we could have some young guy going out, and that could work. It'd be nice if they had Hasselhoff in it. Hasselhoff was in Guardians of the Galaxy because the director was a huge Knight Rider fan, so maybe James Wan is, maybe he'll get a spot in there as well. I can't believe I talk so long, but I'm going to go. Thanks.